Hey there, Humbl3 Fam. The My Hero convention in Florida is coming up fast, August 25th through the 27th. This event is for all ages and fandoms, with lots of exciting celebrities to meet, panels and events to attend, and tournaments and contests to win. I mean, it's hard to list them all in this short amount of time, but let's get it. You can meet Justin Briner, Lucy Christian, Monica Rial, Justin Cook, David Matranga, Emily Neves, Christopher Waycamp, Brittany Karbowski, Trina Nishimura, Leah Clark, Jamie Markey, Strange Cat Cosplay, Remy Domino, and Beku Koss, and who knows, maybe the Humbl team has a few last-minute surprise guests up their sleeves. And the cosplay, are you kidding me? I hear Florida brings it. Like every time. You guys gotta come out and see the cosplay contest, the video game and card game tournaments, the rave Saturday night. I haven't even mentioned the incredible artists in Artist Alley or the freaking sick merch you can get from the vendors. And it's all happening right across the street from a beautiful beach at the Destin Fort Walton Convention Center. Get your tickets now at www.myheroconvention.com or just check out the link in our bio. See you guys there. Until then, stay humble.
What's good, Humbl Fam? Welcome into episode 7 of The Humbl Show. Come on in for a little visit with me and our co-host here. I'm Grant Fletcher. I am joined by Moonbeam Hallows and Brandon Cox, as always. And Joey Webster returning as well. He's the vendor coordinator for Humbl Enterprises, as well as, a lot of other stuff. We all wear a lot of hats, I think. It's safe to say. Say hello, everybody. How we feeling?
Hi.
Hey, I'm proud to be here.
Yeah, all at once. Say hey.
Yeah, that's how we do it. It's it's a panel, Joey. It's a full-on panel. How we feeling? How do we feel, Brandon? Did you have an opportunity to fully digest Spider-Man on Fire from the last episode?
I suppose. I knew the concept then. I know the concept now. I'm just not good at it.
That's okay. Look, we'll play a different game towards the end of this episode. So
I watched the trailer for Demolition Man, and I'm gonna tell you right now, that movie looks good.
Wait, you watched the trailer for Demolition Man? You said?
Yeah, I watched the trailer for Demolition Man, and I think I posted it on your Facebook, Brandon.
You did. I for the last few days I've been inundated. Not to diminish, the things that you send me, but I've been inundated with songs and YouTube videos, and I got to be honest, I got a lot of catching up to do this weekend.
I feel like what you're saying is my post wasn't really important to you.
I did one of those hand gestures. I don't want to. I did a lewd and crude hand gesture whenever I saw the post.
Right, I bet you did.
Not to mention, there's a Gwar documentary on Shudder that he's got to watch as well. That I gave him his homework a long time ago too. It's very good. It's called This Is Gwar. I recommend it.
I love Gwar. Big fan.
It was funny. It's a really good documentary, and I've seen Gwar live probably 10 times. I think we might have even covered it on the show before, but I told one of our volunteers, Corey, to go watch it, and he came back later. And he goes, "Man, I didn't think that I would get emotional watching a documentary about Gwar, but it happened 2 or 3 times during that movie. It's really good."
I can guarantee you I will get emotional and have some big cries.
I posed this question to somebody a few years ago. Whenever I've never said this word, and I don't think I've ever verbally heard this word, but biopic.
I've heard it both ways. Yeah, biopic.
Well, you had all those very prevalent biopic musician films come out starting about 3 or 4 years ago, and they're still slowly but surely trickling out. But the question I posed to this person, hypothetical or real, a few years ago, what would be the lamest biopic that could possibly come out?
Right,
I've got it. Sublime with Rome.
Yeah.
Call back to episode 1.
I imagine that it would just be a bunch of like, you know, I imagine that despite the fact that no one in the band has white boy dreads, there would be a whole lot of white boy dreads in that movie.
They have to bring on Kevin Key from Skinny Puppy.
Skinny Puppy? Yeah. Hey, man, no hate on Skinny Puppy. I've seen Skinny Puppy.
I love Skinny Puppy. I was just talking about some white boy dreads. I don't know if he still has those.
Probably not. I've seen Skinny Puppy and I've seen Ogres, the solo project there as well, live too. Those are really fun. Those are really fun shows.
I saw Skinny Puppy.
My vote for the lamest biopic, and I say this knowing nothing about this band, but I think that really informs my choice. I think Collective Soul.
What?
If there was a Collective Soul,
Heaven Let Your Light Shine Down. Is that what? Am I thinking of the right? That song killed rock and roll. I kind of sincerely feel that. I feel like that it sowed the seeds of the death of rock in pop culture. But no, I feel like any sort of struggle or hardships that the band went through, there's so many bands that are their talent really showed in their struggles and hardships. And wow, if Collective Soul had any of those, by God, did it not show?
Listen,
They
they
just
released
riding the wave.
tepid mom and dad music.
What? Stop.
All of rock and roll.
Let me stop you right there. Do you
hold on. Let's preface this, Moonbeam. You are a mom, so let's not.
Did you not watch the Jerky Boys movie?
I know
1,000 years ago.
The soundtrack.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now what?
Yeah, you know what? Leave a comment if you've seen. You know what? Leave a comment below on if you're watching on YouTube, and let us know whether or not you have seen the Jerky Boys movie out there, Humbl3 Fam.
if you know who the Jerky Boys are,
is it the Jerky Boys? Yeah, the Jerky Boys.
The Jerky Boys.
Put your shit together.
We will give you a shiny, crisp dollar bill. Don't ask why it's shiny.
Yeah.
If you know who the Jerky Boys are, we will give you $1.
Yeah, what you have to do is you have to come to My Hero Con, Florida, and go up to the merch booth and go see Brandon and say, I'm down with the Jerky Boys. And then
roll in with
give you $1.
Tour shirt.
Yeah, and I'll be like, oh, well, you sound Canadian enough. Well, let me go shine up $1.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah. Oh, man, I feel like I'm clipping here. You guys good? All right, cool. I think we're okay. Yeah, it's kind of wild, I guess. We're talking about that show, and it's getting close. Like every week, we're getting closer and closer, and it seems like end of August. Excuse me, August 25th through the 27th, Fort Walton Beach, Destin area, and it seems like all these conventions we ever do, like we talk about them as if they're like so far in the future, and then all of a sudden they're here. You know what I mean?
Were any of you besides, like, I know Brandon was, but Joey, were you at the last My Hero Con Florida show?
Yes, I was.
That was the fun show, man.
It was a humdinger, let me tell you.
I'm looking forward to it.
It was fun. It was a lot of fun.
It was our first 3-day show that we ever did.
Yeah, it was.
And
it was packed, man.
Well, it's weird because it's actually less work. Or it feels like it.
Don't tell anybody that.
Well, like at the show.
Okay.
Because a lot of shows that we do is just 2 days or just 1 day where we're setting everything up and we're immediately tearing it down and then leaving. Like this one, we have like an extra day where we can actually do something.
Okay.
And since the beach is right there.
Yeah.
But Joey will have to pacify a few families that didn't get into the panel that they wanted to get into. Because
that was me. That was not me. That was Todd. Sorry.
No, that was Moonbeam.
Oh.
Yeah.
I remember Todd going around and talking to him, and I was like, I don't care. These are the rules.
Look, man.
Todd is our emergency rescue guy extraordinaire. He's like a retired firefighter and really knows his stuff, man.
Yeah, he coaches girls football, and he works for a pediatrician, and he's an all around like jack of all trades. We love Todd. Hopefully, Todd will be at this show. I'm not.
I certainly hope so.
I haven't gotten a.
Yeah,
I haven't gotten a.
Continue with the whole thing about the panel thing, but I have a story about Todd here once we're done.
Oh yeah, I mean, there was we had to refresh the panels because panel room was smaller than what we were used to, and not everybody could, could fit. So we would have to make everybody leave, and then to where we could refresh the panel room so everybody could, at least get a chance to get in there at some point.
Yeah, so we need everybody to like get up and move out of the room so that people who aren't in the room have a chance to come in and get a seat, like you said, so that more people will have a chance to actually sit down and watch the show. Yeah.
Yeah, and legally we can only fit so many people in that room.
Yeah, there are limitations. Yeah.
So,
yeah, I think we're going to make the panel room a little bigger this go around. Nope, psych. Never mind.
Get to the panels early, everybody. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a decision made like last night. So.
Just deal with it, folks. No, it's gonna be great.
And it's the main stage, not
what
the panel room. So you said panel.
The room in which all the main stage panels are taken, where the main stage is. Yeah, I mean it's in its own room. I think that stands. No, what I was going to say about Todd was that the first show I ever did with y'all, I watched Todd save a man's life.
Oh, from choking on a hamburger.
Yeah, he was choking on a hamburger, and he was like moving around, and stuff, and like kind of he was in a good mood, and he was like dancing around or whatever. And all of a sudden he started choking, and I like had no idea what he was doing. Like and Todd, like I didn't even realize he was choking. I just saw that he was like doing something. I don't even know how to explain like what my thought process was. And then Todd like sees what's going on, and he springs into action, and he like slaps the Heimlich on this guy.
Nice.
And saves his life. Like it was crazy.
You come to our show, you choke on a burger, and we're gonna save your freaking life.
If not me, if it's me, I probably won't recognize you're choking, but someone will recognize that you are choking if it happens.
Somebody will come.
I'm not, I'm not there to. I'm just the guy that's there to look good at the shows. I put on a jacket and
yuck it up with everybody. A big part of doing something like that is if you're mentally ready for what you have to do.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, again, he's got the training for it, and the experience.
I just take it as it goes, If someone's like, "Hey, that John Cougar Mellencamp song, about sucking on a chili dog? Watch me do that with this burger." I'm like, "All right, yeah, sure, all right." And then they
gotta put it in song format in order for Brandon to save you.
Yeah, well, Grant sang a whole "sucking on a chili dog."
Oh, I forgot I did that. Oh,
you sucking on chili dog.
Were you there for that movie?
I think you might have missed that.
Greg saw it. All right, look, so this was Preserve Halloween Fest last year. We had the after party and we did karaoke, and attendees were there and staff was there, volunteers were there. The cast of Hocus Pocus showed up and sang karaoke at one point in time. That was really cool. Jason Marsden and who else sang karaoke out of that group?
Vanessa Shaw.
Vanessa Shaw definitely sang. Omri Katz did not sing, but he was there for support.
Yeah.
But anyways, I got up there and I was saying, Jack and Diane or whatever. When they got to the line, sucking on chili dogs out behind the Tasty Freeze, I replaced every line thereafter in the song with sucking on chili dogs out behind the Tasty Freeze. I think everybody there wanted to strangle me by the time I came off the stage.
Oh, no, that was perfect. I want you to do that every time.
There's a lot of song left after that line. That's the thing. It's not like it's almost over when he says that.
That's good stuff, man.
Well, I think we're all very much accustomed to Americana by this point.
Yeah.
So the only thing that we really needed to be hammered in was the sucking on a chili dog.
Sucking on a chili dog.
I'm buying the Tasty Freeze. I've never been to a Tasty Freeze, but I imagine it's probably pretty good,
The Tasty Freeze?
Yeah.
You go there You go there, it's like, well, it ain't no Dairy Queen, but I mean, we got burgers, we got ice cream.
I guarantee you, they're tired of hearing that line too at every Tasty Freeze like in the region, because there's only like a handful of them out there left, you know. But I guarantee you, they're tired of hearing that line all the time.
Every time I've seen a Tasty Freeze, it's in the shape of an ice cream cone. Are they always like that?
Probably. I mean, I don't know. I'm not an expert.
Sucking on a chili dog. Hey, I have a choking story.
Oh,
but it doesn't have anything to do. It doesn't have anything to do with conventions.
Perfect for this podcast.
Okay, so just real quick.
Well, that's for our choking podcast. That's not about I'm kidding.
I'll be really quick.
Yeah.
But y'all know I have this dog named Thelma Lou.
Oh yes.
Mm-hmm.
She's 14. She's very small, but she's ferocious. And if you roll in with food, she doesn't want anybody else to have any. And somebody came over and left a whole bucket of Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Okay.
And I was like, I didn't know you weren't supposed to give dogs chicken bone, the whole thing.
Oh, the bones. Yeah.
Nobody told me that. And, you'd think that I would know. I know now. But she grabbed a whole breast out of my hand and swallowed it whole. And I'm like, shit, Thelma Lou, you're going to choke on that.
Yeah, something right.
Because she understands what I'm saying.
Sure.
And she started choking on it. And I didn't know what to do. And she passed out. Like it was scary. I thought, and so I called Greg and I'm like, oh my God, Thelma's died. She hit, and Greg was like, reach your hand in her mouth and pull it out. So I pulled her mouth open and reached in and because I'm a hero, right? And I reached and I grabbed this chick. I could feel it. And I pulled it. It took like 3 or 4 yanks and I got it out. And I was like, oh my God, she's not going to survive this. And there was this lady here. She was a real country lady. And she was like, splash some water in her face. Splashing water in her face with a dog bowl. Like, come on.
The Andy Griffith Show method.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm freaking out. I'm like, today's the day. My life's flashing before my eye. I'm losing my dog today. And I'm slapping her in the face. And hitting her with the water. And finally, she's like... But I almost lost her that day. But you can't do the Heimlich on a dog. So
unfortunately, no.
My favorite part of that story is just how you had some random old country lady in your house.
Water in her face.
Well, but you can definitely do CPR on a dog.
Yeah.
Thelma Lou.
That's true.
Thelma Lou looks like Santa's little helper from The Simpsons.
Oh my gosh, she does.
She does. So I mean, and she's so scrawny, and she's not malnourished. She's just born that way.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Oh, Thelma Lou. Look,
splash some water in her face.
All right. I was gonna say something. Anyway. Well, look.
Sorry, I ruined it.
No, it's all good. We were talking. Well, since we were telling convention stories, I guess.
Sorry.
No. Well, you asked Joey about. So I wasn't 100% sure that there had been a My Hero Con in Florida already, and I knew that it would have had to have been like way in the past, at least a few years ago. But so my first My Hero Con experience was back like we used to do like combo shows. Like it would be like Alabama Comic Con and My Hero Con like in one. It'd be like a big show, and there'd be like 2 main stages, and like Matt would handle one main stage, and I would handle the other one, and usually I would do whatever the anime one was. We did Kimetsu Con for Demon Slayer last year. So one of those was like coming up, and like I was planning on being there, and I was still kind of new to it. I wasn't doing as many shows or all the shows every year or whatever. I was just kind of doing a few here and there. And like 3 weeks before the convention, Moonbeam texts me. She's like, "Hey, you're coming to My Hero Con, right?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm going to be there." And she goes, "Cool. You're the host."
Whoa!
I was like, "What?" And she's like, "Yeah, you're the host of My. Just making sure you're going to be there because you are the host of My Hero Con. Just so you know."
Did that happen?
It did happen. And then but the best part is, I had never seen a single episode of My Hero Academia up to that point.
Oh, yeah.
So I was like, oh no. So I like flew through like the first 2 seasons. I think I made it to season 3, all the way through like season 3 in that 3-week time period. I mean, here's the thing. I like anime. I watch anime, but I don't have a ton of time to watch a lot of media, you know, and there's a lot of things I like. I like to watch movies. I like, to watch, you know, wrestling. There's, you know, plenty of
biopics.
I love biopics, you know.
Well, it's really easy. You just take out the sleeping part out of your schedule.
You know what? And
you
I
can do
considered that.
There you go.
Yeah. I already sleep very little as it is, so you know I kind of feel like I have to keep my hands on something, you know what I mean, in order for me to like function, you know. So I don't sleep enough.
You just make that anime. You just keep your hands on anime, and you'll be all right.
Just make it anime that I do, and that's it. So watching it's a very I love the show. It's great, and it was a show that I had intended to watch anyway. But yeah, that was my experience. That's how I got into watching My Hero Academia. Was being told 3 weeks before, hey, why don't you go ahead and brush up on My Hero Academia?
Sorry.
It's all good. Look, here's the thing about that kind of thing, though, too, is like I will prepare, you know, as much as I can. Like I like to look up little bits of information about everybody I'm going to be talking to, and I try to think up like a few like unique icebreaker kind of questions before we jump into the fan Q&A, because sometimes I do feel like you kind of need to grease the wheels a little bit to get everybody in the crowd into asking questions, because not everybody really wants to be the first person to ask the first question.
Very true.
At the panel, so you got to kind of you know, warm it up, you know, and kind of show everybody it's not really all that scary to talk in front of people. You know, well, I mean, what I say that from me, I do it all the time, but I also understand why people wouldn't want to talk in front of a group of people, you know?
Yeah. Grant,
yeah.
I think I have to take some responsibility for you having to watch that.
Okay.
Watch My Hero Academia.
Well, it's not like you said it like it wasn't a punishment or anything. It's just, you know, the way it was.
Well, I somewhat remember a conversation between me and Moonbeam over the phone. I really think this happened. You made that face, Moonbeam. like you're like, oh, don't remember.
She's
like
looking off camera, like that can't be right.
I remember asking if we had somebody to do the other stage, and you said, "Yeah, I got this guy," and I was like, "Does he know the show?" Or something like that. It was something like that.
Look,
yeah, I got some sucker. He's gonna take care of it.
Anytime somebody, you know, somebody's like, "Hey, do you have somebody that can come look at this floor?" I'm like, "Yes, I've got a floor guy." Mm-hmm. Do you have somebody that can cut a tree down? Yes, I've got a tree guy. Do you have somebody that can MC the main stage at My Hero? Well, yeah, I got a guy.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I did. Yeah. Honestly, in MCing, you know, the main stage for anime shows is really cool, because everybody that's there, you know, they're there because they love it. You know what I mean? Like they're not just casually into it. Like they love it, and like seeing that level of enthusiasm is a really, really cool thing. And like it's also like, again, like you said, we've said before, like all these people from these shows, especially the anime voice actors, we work on them so often, we're real familiar with them, and like they're friendly with us, and you know, we're friends with some of them, and it's really cool to see like other people being excited to like meet your friend. You know what I mean? Like it's it's really fun, you know?
You know, that's the thing. You know, I've talked to some people, and they're like, "Oh yeah, no, I'm not a big fan of My Hero Academia, so I'm going to skip that show." But I don't think a lot of people realize. Thank you. You know, it's more than just that. These voice actors are all over the place as far as voicing. Hey,
yeah, I mean, look, we did, like we said, KimetsuCon last year for Demon Slayer. We had Bryce Papenbrook there in the house. You know, he's in Inosuke and Demon Slayer, but he's in so much other stuff. And like his line was just so long all day. And like his panel had so many people there. in the panel room. And actually, I made the joke. I like went up on the stage with him and I looked out at the audience. I said, "Oh, this is what it's like to be behind your table all day. Like there's just all these people there waiting to talk to you." You know, we love working with Bryce. Yeah. What were you saying?
He's so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's a super nice guy.
Yeah.
Love Brook. Yeah.
Highly recommend waiting in his line to meet him because he's super cool. Anyway, I think, I mean, and also like a show at the beach. I've never done a convention at the beach before. It sounds like y'all have. So, you know, I'm kind of looking forward to that too. Not going to lie.
It's absolutely wonderful. You'd be surprised at the amount of people who are not interested in the beach at all. Yeah. And yet I turn into an absolute child. And the moment, don't get me wrong, I love being there. I love being at the con. It's a great con. But the moment that the clock hits beach o'clock, I'm at the beach.
Oh, yeah.
I'm at the beach.
He's got his flip-flops on. He's at the beach. Yeah, sandcastles.
Yeah, I'm making sandcastles. I'm making friends with the sea life.
If there's a show Brandon's not reliable at, it's anywhere that's got a
or like a pool, or just any
pool,
like
yeah.
if there's a large tub that I have access to, forget about it. You know,
well, boy's gonna be at that. He's gonna be at that body of water for sure.
We're gonna get the kiddie pool out in front of your house to bring around with us, so we can just get in the little kiddie pool every now and then.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll just drag it along so that you follow the pool everywhere you go.
Just bring the pool to the merch booth. That way,
please do. It'll be like a really cool, like poolside bar. But, you know,
check yourself out, man. Just your shirt, leave the money.
Exactly.
We go out to eat. We just set it up in the middle of the restaurant.
There we go. I think we should. I think Brandon should get buried up to his neck in the sand. I feel like that's part of his, of you know, what he's looking forward to as well.
Well, you guys are gonna have to dig pretty deep. That's all
he is tall.
I have dug a 10-foot hole before. That took several days. If you guys want to dig a 6.5-foot hole, by all means, I'll sit back and cheer you guys on while I do beach things. You know, we had drink a large glass of ocean water.
Yeah, burying yourself in the sand is a really, really great way to get yourself some hookworms.
Okay. PSA, everybody.
Yeah,
maybe
so
don't do that. Yeah, especially in that Florida water. You never know. You know what I mean?
It's bad. Maybe.
We love you, Florida.
Some of those hookworms.
Yeah. So here's the deal. We closed out last episode with a game. I got another game for us to play.
Let's play it.
If y'all want to try it.
Okay.
The game is called Year of Premiere. I've got 4 TV shows. We're going to go through them all one at a time. And we're going to go to each of you one at a time. And we're going to see if you can guess in what year that show premiered on TV. A TV show premiered on the air.
Are you going to give it? Is it going to be multiple choice, or do we need to?
Nope. You're just going to have to come up with it. So what do we do? I got enough here for everybody to do, one, and then I've got a tiebreaker if we need the tiebreaker as well to start off on one here. Okay. So it's going to be closest without going over. Moonbeam, you asked the last question here, so I'm just going to go to you first here.
Sure.
Moonbeam, in what year do you think Arrow debuted on television?
Okay, Arrow.
Closest without going over.
Debuted in 2013.
She says 2013. Joey, when do you think Arrow debuted on television?
Well, Moonbeam kind of stole mine, so I'm
yeah, you got to pick a different one.
Yeah, because that's exactly what came to mind whenever you said it.
I hope I'm right.
All right.
I wanna say 2014 or 2015, but I'm gonna go with 14.
14. Okay, he's going with the earlier one of his two. Brandon, when do you think that show Arrow debuted on television?
2012.
Brandon saying 2012. All right. Well, You're all going to be shocked to know that Arrow debuted on TV, on the CW, mind you, in 2012. Brandon, right on the money with his guess.
Oh, baby.
You know what? You could have said 2000 and it just did the $1 Bob.
Yeah.
99.
All right, here's another one for y'all here. Since we're looking at My Hero Con, we're going to do an anime-centric one here. Joey, I'm going to start with you on this one here. When do you think the show One Piece first aired on TV ever, meaning like in Japan? When did One Piece first air on television?
Yeah, I was going to be like English or...
Yeah, the original. Yeah. It's a, you know what? And if you haven't seen One Piece, it's still going on.
I haven't.
Forever.
Yeah. All right, when do you think it debuted on TV, Joey?
I want to say 1991.
Joey's saying 1991. Okay. Brandon, when do you think One Piece debuted on TV?
2001.
2001. Okay. All right, Moonbeam. We got a pretty good spread there, so,
1994.
1994. Okay. Y'all ready for this? Okay. Anyway, One Piece debuted on TV in 1999. So Moonbeam takes it with the 1994. We got one Brandon, one Moonbeam. So let's see what shakes out here. All right. Here's a Kamikani one for y'all. Brandon, when do you think Supernatural debuted on TV?
Oh boy, I would say 2004.
All right, Brandon says 2004. Moonbeam, when do you think Supernatural came on?
2006.
2006. Joey, what you think?
I'm just going to go in the middle since I have no clue. So 2005.
2005. All right, here's the deal. Supernatural came on for the very first time in 2005.
Oh!
So 1 point apiece for all of you.
Completely didn't know that.
I'm just going to split the difference.
No, I was thinking about it because I know my son was still living at home.
Oh.
He was watching it, but I should have gone back one more year.
Hey, you know who was on a couple episodes of that show was Tyler Johnston, who was Stuart on Letterkenny. Yeah, who we worked with.
Heck yeah!
Back in March, and we'll be working with him again in September at the Alabama Comic Con. He's so fun.
Cannot wait.
Yeah, he's really funny.
Oh my god, it's amazing. He's so nice. He went to karaoke with us.
He did, yeah. He didn't sing karaoke, but just to kind of sidetrack from that. That was the one where like I was walking past the karaoke room and Greg sticks his head out and hands me a microphone and he goes, "Hey, we're up." I said, "Oh, what are we singing?" He goes, "We're singing Informer by Snow."
Oh,
and Tyler's standing behind us, like recording us on his phone and laughing at us because, well, Snow, he's Canadian and Snow's a Canadian, rapper,
yes.
reggae artist, whatever. So that was a lot of fun. That was a really fun night.
Yeah, and right after you guys did Informer, you did "Don't Rain on My Parade" by Barbra Streisand.
Yeah, we did, but because someone had put it in and then they didn't claim it, so we said
that was probably Pam Pam.
I put it in because I was going to do it.
Oh, you just weren't there.
I couldn't follow Informer.
Oh, you just ducked out. I didn't realize that happened.
Yeah. No, I was like, let's just let these guys have it.
All right, well, if "Don't Rain on My Parade" ever comes up, we know who it was now.
That's right.
All right, I got one more here to break the tie. Moonbeam, I'm going to start with you again. When do you think Family Matters first came on TV?
Ooh, 1989.
89? Okay. Hey, does Jaleel White do shows, you think? He's got to, right?
More than likely.
Does he, Greg? Who did you say, Urkel?
Jaleel White.
Jaleel White.
It's Jaleel White, not Urkel.
Name's Julia?
Jaleel.
I know his name.
Yes,
I'm
he
kidding.
Does shows because he's not only Urkel.
He's Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah, he is Sonic the Hedgehog.
That's right. Yeah, he does do shows.
Mm-hmm.
And I just recently showed my daughter Judy Moody and the Not So Bummer Summer, and he's in that.
Okay.
Yeah. That's a good one for Margot would like that.
Okay. All right, cool. I'm going to look into it then. Joey, when do you think Family Matters came on TV?
I'm gonna say 1986. Let's say
86.
that.
Okay. Brandon, what'd you think?
1990.
1990. All right, y'all ready for this?
Yeah.
For the win, Family Matters debuted in 1989.
Oh,
I'm taking it with 2 points. I'm glad we had a tiebreaker because I wasn't gonna. I pulled that up like right before we started playing the game. I was like, I might need a tiebreaker.
You put it to use.
TGIF.
Yeah, that's right. TGIF.
That's what that was on.
It was Family Matters. It was Boy Meets World.
Full House.
Probably some other things. Yeah, Full House. You know, some other things that probably rotated in and out. You know, as well.
Yeah, I don't think Boy Meets World came on the same time.
Yeah, the only reason I said that is because I remember seeing an episode and there was a vehicle that was a 1986 model, and I was like, yeah, let's just go with that.
Oh, of course, Joey would be like, oh yeah, you know what? That's a 1986. That's really cool. I feel like we had a really fun way to close out the show. I like playing games at the end of the show, though. I think we should continue that.
Fun, I like that.
Cool. But does anybody else have anything else to add? I think we told some fun stories. I think we talked about our next shows.
I feel really bad about telling that Thelma Lou story.
What happened now?
I said I feel bad about telling that Thelma Lou story.
Why do you feel bad? Is it going to hurt your dog's feelings?
Now here's the thing.
Okay.
It's going to make me look stupid because I'm like in my, I was in my 30s when I gave my girl the chicken. Just thinking she's going to delicately pick the meat off the bone.
It's a lapse in judgment. Well, look, we've all told embarrassing stories on this show. That's like half of what this show is about. That's why people keep coming back to it, I think.
We've all nearly killed a dog.
Terrible. Poor Thelma. But she's still going.
She's still trucking.
Look,
she is.
Hey, yeah. Look, she lived to fight another day, and that's the most important part of the story, really.
You know why she made it. The whole reason. Because I splashed some water in her face.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, look, y'all, I think we've done everything there is to do on this episode here. We'll see y'all back here next week. Make sure you are subscribed and you turn on whatever notifications you are. Drop us a comment, leave us a review, follow us on social media at Humbl Show, HUMBL3 Show. But until next week, y'all stay humble.